What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Trading, and today we'll be breaking down how to attack a press bail DB and what you guys should be really focusing on anytime that we have a DB who shows like he's going to be pressing, shows like he's going to get physical and get hands, and then bails out of this route and turns it into zone coverage. So I hope this video helps you guys out. But also, fellas, if you're a wide receiver and you want to know all the specific wide receiver route running drills, press release drills, all the things that we emphasize in these videos with drills to work on those specific aspects of the game, check out that very first link in the description below for our 8-week wide receiver on-field workout schedule. You're going to get access to over 200 wide receiver drills with an hour-and-a-half long video breaking down each drill, explaining each drill, and showing a full speed example of each drill. Also, all 200 drills are broken down into a daily schedule with sets and repetitions for you guys to do. So if you guys want access to that, more information, check out that very first link in the description below. Let's get started with this video. So first router, this is not Odell. This is kind of an older school clip. I know it looks like him because of the 13, but this is a route against Darrelle Revis, the stop route, right? So I'm going to show you guys a kind of poor example of what you guys want to do against press bail, and then a good example of what you want to do from Jerry Jeudy in press bail. So when we come off of here, you see how Revis, right, showing like he's going to be in press, right, disguising the zone coverage look, and then he's bailing out of there, so press bail. So the one thing that remains consistent anytime that we have press bail, if I have any route that is not a fade route or an outside breaking route, hell, even an outside breaking route at some points, we got to attack the blind spot of a DB. I'm sure you guys have heard that before. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the term blind spot. If not, that's that area, exactly how it sounds. That's that area where the DB cannot see. So when you guys are coming off and you guys know you have to run this stop route or this curl route or any kind of route like that, any kind of inside breaking route, we have to threaten this DB to the blind spot. Because if I just go run at him and then I just try to break it off right in front of him, he's right on my hip. He's exactly where he wants to be, and he's going to be able to make this play. So when we get to this point right here, this wide receiver should have been working to here, working to threaten this blind spot, because that one of two things could happen. Either Revis, because he's outside leverage, would either keep his leverage to the outside and kind of weave with him and try to stack him and stay over the top, but that just creates more space for you to go back to that quarterback. Or what he would do is, if you really threaten this blind spot with your stem, maybe you gave like a little vertical set head fake to the inside and you really got to this blind spot, that could force him to speed turn his back to you, and then I could break this thing off right in front of him. But this receiver does not do any of that. He just kind of takes what he gives him, just kind of runs off, closes the distance with him, has a lazier breakdown, and then Revis is all over this thing, especially with the talented DB, fellas. We got to make sure that we give him something with that stem, something attacking the blind spot to move him off when he is in press bail. So let's watch this full speed. Now we'll get to a good example of this route. And again, fellas, it could be just for a couple steps, but we have to threaten that DB's blind spot at some point. So this isn't quite exactly like a press bail situation, but it's the same concept, right? DB's coming off. He's at about maybe like 5 yards away from Jerry Jeudy. Jeudy's going to be running this post route here, and he's going to end up bailing like it's zone coverage. He's not going to sit right there. He is going to bail. So what do you think he's going to give up? Again, how we know that he might be able to bail is because his eyes are to the inside. Is he going to give me man eyes, or is he going to give me zone eyes? Man eyes is when this DB's looking at you. Zone eyes is when he's looking in the quarterback, trying to read his eyes, trying to read maybe the number 2 wide receiver as well, see if he's coming into his zone, working like a corner or whatever it might be, right? So now, when I come off, where I watch Jerry Jeudy, you see how he threatens that blind spot, and that's exactly what we would want that DB to do in that stop route situation that we were just talking about, right? So if the last receiver against Darrelle Revis would have done this kind of blind spot, angled the stem, got this DB to weave out of here, and then he had to run that curl route, he would have had way more space to work back to the ball and way more separation from that DB because we got him off of his platform, right? Now, again, Jeudy has to run a post route, inside breaking route, very similar to the curl, very similar to the stop route, and he's attacking this blind spot. That's where we want to threaten the DB. This DB is so threatened. When it's press bail, what do you think he's trying to not give up? He's trying to not give up the fade, much like anything else, but especially in press bail, because the whole reason he's bailing, or any kind of bail coverage, the whole reason he's bailing is because he's trying to keep things in front of him. So if we could threaten that blind spot, I could threaten like I'm going to be running a fade. That can really move him off that platform, and then I can make that break. And especially on a post route, when you guys got like an outside shade press bail guy, you attack that blind spot, he keeps his leverage outside. That just creates more space for you and more space for that quarterback to be able to throw you down that lane. So to attack any kind of bail coverage, press bail coverage, you have to make sure that we are closing the distance with the DB, threatening the blind spot to move him off of that platform and sell that fade. Let's watch it again, full speed one more time. Great job by Jeudy coming off, angling the stem to that blind spot, getting that DB off, and then creating separation on this post, at least 2 to 3 yards of space from that bail coverage DB. All right, guys, we want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. We'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Always appreciate the feedback, and it's always great to hear from you guys. And again, fellas, if you would like an 8-week long daily schedule with all the wide receiver drills you need to be doing, broken down with sets, reps, and an instructional video that is over an hour and a half long. Check out that very first link in the description below. I'll see you guys next time.